Miss Emma, is she living?
No.
That's not the answer I wanted, but okay. She's like a princess, and she used to be much more, oh, the way her word would not be feisty, but it would be maybe fiery in her younger days. Does that make sense with her?
Yeah.
Okay. How recently did she pass?
A week ago.
Uh, okay, so let me kind of go into how different this is going to be. Because I'm reading all three of your energies and her, because everybody has a different relationship. So, like, one of y'all might feel fiery, one of y'all might feel feisty, one of you might feel like she's just a princess and she's like the baby and she doesn't do anything wrong. All of them can be right, and some of them can feel like they're wrong to y'all. So, don't hesitate to say yes and no. It will not hurt my feelings. It just means I need to either hone in on somebody or navigate it how she shows it a little better. Because when I first started this, it got hit with like, oh, this is all different. What am I, who am I, where am I navigating? Where is she taking me? After they pass, they will linger around you. You'll think you still hear her, feel her, or i.e., for some reason, watching out for her, I guess because she's so tiny, you like feel like, oh my gosh, let me make sure I'm not going to sit on her, if that makes sense. Does that register to y'all? Like, and but you stop yourself because 'cause you're like, "Oh, no, she's not here," but yet she kinda still is, has that energy. And then what I always say is they like to go to God is like, "Okay, let's let you, like, get an old soul. Let me teach you why you were here. Let's talk about why you were here. Let's talk about, like, what happened and explain things for you." And so they kinda go into this vacation for a couple of weeks of learning things and understanding things. They're still with us, they're just not, that's when we feel really separated from them, but that's not how it is. And then after, like, by week 4 of them passing, they will come back in and just linger and show up with, like, their hair floating somewhere or water on the floor that doesn't make sense because that dog's not here anymore, or just different stuff that they'll come in, and it's just minute things that they come and bring, like, their little signals. That happy bubbliness that I have with her is because that is how she is in heaven. Like, she's resting peacefully, but she's not resting because I don't feel like that was in her younger days, which is how she shows me that's how they like to be in heaven. They're not gonna claim their age when they were older, because that wasn't, like, the funnest, spiciest, favorite party time of their life. So when they pass and they come to me, they kinda might act like they're still 3 or 4 years old, because they really don't sometimes care to be a puppy, but they love to be like they know something, like they're a little bit smarter than the puppy and stuff. But they have a very physical, even though they're not physical, but they come to me as very physically fit and healthy. So just know that about her, because I feel like one of y'all is kind of maybe upset about how she passed, or maybe just how, or I don't know if upset's the word, but just how she wasn't well, and then one of y'all can are coping with it in a different way of that grateful you had her, and maybe the other one of y'all is she was your other child, if that makes sense, and so you feel lost. I don't know if that resonates. Does that make kinda sense when I went and through some of you?
A little bit, yeah.
I think that's coping in a different way, probably.
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 She's probably the one coping in a different way.
But she's got the butterflies, and she's like the happy child.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so so, like, she doesn't, I feel like, and Clara, you're the only one that can answer that. Is it Clara?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emma feels like she's good for you, like, she's good in heaven. Does that make sense to you?
Wait, say it again. Hold on. Sorry.
D Does Emma feel like her passing and, like, her being in heaven is a good thing? Like, she's in a good place?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
She don't worry about nothing.
I do. I'm just saying. Yeah. I think she's good.
No, I love it. She is the bubbly, sparkly energy of Emma. Does that make sense? Like, did Emma have bubbly, sparkly energy?
Like, sometimes
She was pretty old.
Old guys. So one of y'all is I feel like is kinda stuck in, like, how she was, like, in the end, and that's okay. I totally get it, because that's, like, the last memory you have of her, but that's not how she is now. Like, she's not deaf. Was she not deaf, but very hard of hearing? Was she hard of hearing?
No.
Was she a selective listener? I don't know, mine want to do everything I wanna do, so they listen on point. So when to me, she just kinda shows me this, and I'm like, "Oh, did you, like, always be spiteful and, like, do what you wanted to do?" I'm just trying to channel her energy of, like, who she was and her personality and get some kinda yeses from y'all to make sure I'm on the right point.
What did you say about what did you say? I'm like the upset about her passing or
It's just like when you said that one of us is kind of stuck in how she
stuck.
passed. Yeah, I think that's accurate.
Yeah,
Um, I think that's probably more you.
yeah.
Uh,
Uh,
and I'm probably the one who's more upset. Like, and I mean, when I say upset, I mean more like angry.
I'm probably the one coping in a different way.
Yeah, and that's okay, because we all experience this differently. Some of us would love to have her back, no matter how feeble she was,
Mhm.
and I get that. Listen, I've had enough animals. I totally have experienced all kinds of different ways of them passing and them in my lives and out of my lives and what to do, and so I'm here for you. I just want to make this you all three are a little different. So I'm trying to kind of get on a baseline to help. But that's all how like y'all mesh together so well. So it's quite beautiful because you can see different perspectives and the two adults are calm enough to talk through things and then you have the spirited one that comes in and kind of like rattles things and then you come back to a peaceful place to get a good cohesive groundingness. So let me get some more of like Emma's personality out because she comes in fast and hard. That just is kind of the energy that she brings me. Let me get some personality things at some yeses and keep going in that direction. And this also might shift a little bit to like individually to help you through her passing and then you might end up coming back in a little bit and having a different session that's one that's more like, oh, we can handle her not being here with us and what we really want to know what heaven's like for her if she's reincarnating or something like that. Okay. I want you to think about Emma before she was old and stuff. Okay. Was she an only child? She wouldn't have wanted another dog. Like she's an attention seeker.
Definitely.
Yeah. If Claire wasn't so cute and those two have their own conversations and relationships, as she puts it, she wouldn't have liked y'all to have another kid, is how it feels. And luckily, like Clara and her, because how old was Emma? Like 12 or something?
15.
Yeah, she looked good for her age.
She was pretty spunky for her age.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I feel like she was spunky until she wasn't, and then it was like, wait, I didn't have enough time to process you even being old enough to like let this happen. Does that make sense? Or like did she kind of go downhill 2 months ago and then and that's when it's like, no,
Mhm.
has she been going downhill for a little bit? Oh, so she a little clear. I don't know if y'all can see her in the back.
Yeah.
Like, so do y'all want was this an unexpected passing?
Yes.
Was this a tragic passing?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we want to talk about it?
Yes.
If she
If
can.
she wants to. Yeah. I'm sure it's a lot less tragic for her than for us.
Yeah.
Did she get run over? Okay. Did she just then what happened? Sorry, I should be telling y'all this, but she's not showing me.
She was attacked by another dog.
Oh, dadgummit. Okay, no wonder. So she didn't feel that. So I think y'all like saw probably it was horrible. I don't know if y'all saw or y'all found her.
I was with her.
It was quick for her. It feels like she let out a couple of like screams and then bam. She
Mhm.
and I say that because her body might have passed later, but her soul left then because she wasn't gonna stick around for the bad stuff. Like so she would just kind of leave. So it did not affect her. And I could see how that would completely like one, that was too fast and not fair. And that's a traumatizing thing. So I don't wanna go into it too much unless you want, unless like
Well,
whatever you need.
when I picked her up after it happened, she looked real vacant. And so I wonder, is she in pain? Because she was totally quiet. Is she in pain? Was she already gone? Like, I want to know, did she suffer?
So this is, let me find the right words. I felt this is how she shows me 2 barks and I left, or 2 squeals or 2, like, screams and I was gone is what she showed me, and then she shows me, like, I don't know if her neck broke or something to over her back or something in that like area is what she does this for me. Thank you, Claire. And what happens is the soul leaves. And if I haven't seen this with my own eyes of, like you said, vacant, like my dog's not there. Like my dog's there, but my dog's not there. And not
Mhm.
understanding it and having to go through this process myself, I wouldn't be able to explain it. But their soul is able to leave when it gets traumatic or they can't save the body. And they will pop back in. I don't necessarily feel like in this situation that happened, but they'll pop back in to let you know they're okay. And then they'll leave again because they don't want to feel the pain. And
Okay.
that's what she did. Because
Mm.
she wouldn't have wanted to go through that kind of thing. She doesn't we or animals are not attached to their bodies. They're attached to their people, but that's a soul thing where our souls are very much attached and we're eternal. So we don't necessarily die. I think that when we die, that's a religious thing. We don't have to talk about all that.
Mhm.
Um, so that's how that happened. And so I feel like I want to be very delicate with all of this. So if I'm not, I'm really sorry. She needs you. She's grateful that you were there, but she doesn't want you to feel bad for not being able to save her because I feel like it was like quick, and then I feel like the other was it a boy dog?
The other dog?
Yeah,
I don't know.
it
They
was
have
a
They
blind thing,
left.
huh?
They left. We don't know.
The people left.
Yes.
yeah.
Felt that from I was like, the dog and the people weren't good. Weren't yeah. I would have never we would have never have left if you know what I'm saying? Because that's
Yeah.
somebody's baby.
Exactly.
Yeah, and so let me think of how so let's talk about how amazing she is. Can we do that?
Sure.
Too much? Too soon?
No, I mean, we can that's why we're here to kinda go through that moment and come out on the other side.
We have choices, and this is how she shows me. We have choices of how we want to be as a person here on earth or a dog even. And what she showed me is that dog thought she was a toy. That's why he dropped her so quickly once it was done, and it feels like it was a very masculine energy, so it feels like a male. That's why I keep bringing that up. No offense, not judging, just this is how it feels. But then she flips and shows me 15 years of love. 15 years of like the princess, 15 years of like sunshine and sassy roses and I don't know, just all these different I feel like I don't know, I feel like she just had all this different stuff in her life that she got to encounter and be a part of and journey. And that's her, not just a toy, not just something that was disposable. Those people have to deal with the mental consequences of this, so just know that they're not free. We feel like they could be free, but they're not. Like I hear you, Jeremy, about being angry. There would have been a lot like, yeah, I'm a redhead for a reason. Your wife
Mm.
is calm. I'm not that calm. That would have really like just created a lot of anger in me. So I get it. That's probably why your wife was there and you weren't.
I told her after the fact it was probably a good thing I wasn't there because I would have gone to jail.
Yeah, yeah, that would have been this is hard to digest and understand in such a quick way of like how do we navigate
You
this?
can talk.
No, can you ask her what I was saying?
Why don't you talk to me?
What would have happened if I was there? If it wasn't, well, if I was like with her during that moment.
So the mature part of you would have scooped her up and held her and cried and been upset. The part of you that reason why you weren't there and God didn't want you there is because those are very hard memories to erase.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I just keep singing it in a loop.
Yeah, because you're like, what should I have done? What should I have done? Like, why didn't I get her beforehand? How could I have put into this? And let me tell you, from someone that has had several reincarnations, and I just had a horse for 6 months who was 22, and he was a reincarnation. And I say this because that could very well be a possibility with her. And I did not have him that long, and when his death was a lot of woulda, coulda, shouldas, and that's not living. And I might have had him for 6 months, but I was like blessed for a lifetime for having him. So I have to focus on that, and that is her. That's what she shows me is those 15 years of. I don't know why this is a flower dog. It's kind of like Claire is a flower child, is how it feels. So everything that Emma shows me is flowers, like sunflowers and roses and flowers. So and spring is coming. So She
Flower on her collar. She
oh,
had flowers all over her collar.
Yeah, she had like
Yeah,
so
the
she is
collar was flowered and there's a dangle flower. Yeah. Good job.
yeah, so just that's just a like, thank you, Emma, for, like, bringing that forward so you know that she's here. And, like, her little blossomy self wants you to live like, remember her stuff. Margaret, is it gonna be hard to stop the recording? Yes, but it will slow down. And you also have to tell yourself and give yourself grace and say, if you coulda, you woulda. You woulda. We woulda. Like we would have done everything. We did not have that opportunity. I do, and the only way I can explain it is like God's timing and God, what God wanted. And that might not be y'all's thing, and I get it, but like that's how. There's no other way to figure this out. It's not what we woulda chose, and it's definitely not what she woulda chose. She would have been here until, like, she couldn't have even moved, and y'all still had to, like, clean up after her. That's she's just very princessy feeling. Like, she just would have let y'all just keep taking care of her. She would have probably let you be in like, she would probably worn, like, diapers and, like, "Oh, they got me. I don't have to move. They'll hand feed me." Like, like, that's she just always
It's
feels
too
like
far off from reality anyway.
so that we didn't have that chance. So now it's just a trying to like forgive ourselves and then slowly training ourselves to think about the good stuff. And then she's gonna come in and like I said, she's gonna throw y'all flowers. You're gonna see flowers. For her, it's not just a pink flower or a yellow flower or a white flower with yellow inside. It's like multiple different flowers. And that's her little sign for you to know that she's still here and she still loves y'all. Um,
Flowers
I
in
had
here.
talked about making a garden for her and calling it Emma's garden. So that's
oh,
yeah, and like plant like whatever, plant as many flowers and do whatever. She loves them. She feels like more of your natural looking flowers, if that like your, just like a plethora, like a wild field of flowers in a way, if that makes sense. So yeah, with a neat border. I guess she is kind of prissy and like you would like her arrangement contained. Does that kind of give you some more understanding of like how to kind of navigate the terrain?
Yeah.
yeah, I think so. Yeah.
But I would like for each of you to give me one favorite memory of her. And it could be like a ritual.
Mine's gonna be her, barking at me every night while I feed them. While I make the food, she would stand behind me and just bark at me until I was done. And I miss that way more than I thought I would miss being barked at twice a day,
oh,
every day.
oh, oh.
Yeah.
When she played with her little toy for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm. I just like her following me around.
Like your shadow. Okay.
Mm.
I love that. The reason I did that is those are the things that I want y'all to think about whenever you think about the bad stuff. Even though they're kind of hard to think about, it will help the brain to recalibrate. And then what happens is you end up thinking about other things and more things and funnier things and fussier things that she did and stuff like that. Because she feels like she was a demanding child. I feel like it wasn't just food. It was anything she wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah. She could communicate really well. She really knew how to like express to y'all what she needed and what she wanted. And it's funny because she's so tiny, but she was so loud. And
Yes.
and I feel like Claire is very loud. It makes your house like it's like when Claire is like away for the weekend or a night or a couple of hours, you're like where does peace come from in a way? And I feel like Emma was that way too. Is like she was just so kind of loud in the house, even though she's so tiny. And if that makes sense. And so
It
it's like,
does.
where's our noise? I didn't know my dog was so noisy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I get
that's
that.
true.
I get
Yeah,
that.
she has that energy. What do you have any questions? How else can I help y'all?
Do you see her with anybody, like, taking care of her?
Yeah, God, like only the highest being ever would be able to take care of her, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like she'd have him on like her pinky finger too, just how like she is. But do I see any other people with her? Like, so FYI, she will hang around you. She will show me whoever she needs to show me now to help y'all feel like she's with someone, even though she hangs with y'all. Does that make
Okay.
sense? Is there a
Yeah.
person? Is there a male figure that could be around her? A dad or
Probably
a great dad?
Not so much.
probably not, no.
They don't have to know each other, just someone that has passed away.
Well, yeah.
And then it's possible, yeah.
Yeah, my dad.
Your dad tall?
Well, everyone's taller than me.
Neither of us are very tall.
Yeah, I get that. So this person feels tall and like I guess to Emma too, they feel tall and skinny. They have blue-gray hair.
Okay, my dad
Did your
had
dad
blue
have
hair.
That's probably
I'm
gonna
like,
be yeah.
it was really pretty. For some reason, she's lets me I guess she's a prissy thing, she likes did y'all dress her up? Because she feels like she did. Sorry, Jeremy. She's like, she's a diva. So,
Under
she everything she had and has is, like, multiples of things, and glitz and glamour and glitter and shiny things is something that she really liked, because she keeps making your dad's hair very, like, not naturally shiny in a way and, like, just kind of like, I don't know, it's just the bluest gray, prettiest hair, and she just likes that about him, so she has calming souls around her, and your dad would be one of them.
Cool.
So, yeah, really good.
Okay, so here's the mystery that you wanna tell her the thing about the stairs?
Yeah.
Oh,
Let me. Okay. We have stairs back here behind us. You can see the staircase. She can't traverse these stairs. She could never traverse these stairs. Like at any age, she couldn't get up or down these stairs. And what, maybe 6 months ago, one of us walked down and found her on the landing.
me, I found
Yeah,
her.
where she had been at the bottom of the stairs when we went upstairs.
Yeah.
And we want to know how she got there. I don't know if she can answer
I
that
wanna
question.
Claire says she didn't do it.
I
I was
promise.
with Jeremy, so I know
Yeah.
he didn't do
I
it.
found her.
It's either
So somehow she got
Let
up
me see. Let me see.
mhm.
half a flight of stairs.
Okay, so I found her because I found her right there, but I was looking from right there because I had been in their room and I walked out. I was like, "Hey, did you leave Emma halfway up the staircase?" And he went, "What? No, are you joking?"
Yeah.
And he went
Yeah.
out there and he was like, "Huh?"
Yeah.
How did she get there?
And we have our theories, but we'd like to hear if she can explain that.
So, because she was vertically challenged to like you said, she couldn't have vertically done
No, it wasn't possible.
this is what she shows me, and I don't understand it, so I'm just gonna say it. So it's like she floated like on a cloud up the steps. She could have gotten on to get up the steps that would make it like
No, there's nothing tangible that would have made that happen.
yeah, it feels very ghostly. I don't even and listen, ghosts don't just pick up things and like that. That takes a lot of work. So I can't say a ghost actually did that, but that's she just makes it feel like she floated up there. I'm like, I don't know how you floated up there.
So she was my mom's dog for 14 years, and my mom passed last year. So we inherited Emma,
We just passed the 1 year anniversary of her mom's
and
passing.
that was about 6 months after my mom passed.
I said that her mom moved Emma up the stairs just as a general prank on all of us because that's the kind of thing she would have done. Uh,
That's that's so
so that
interesting.
does kind of support what I had to say. I think if Emma shows herself floating up the stairs, I think that kind of
Yeah, because
got
like she feels like she was so tiny, like nothing could have like she couldn't have teeter tottered any way.
no, there's no way
Mhm.
she would have gotten up there. We tried to get her to try the stairs and it wasn't going to happen. She
Yeah.
just couldn't do it.
No, I totally get that. Your mom, she has wavy curly hair
Yes.
and she's short.
She's my height.
Yeah,
Four?
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like
Yeah.
short compared to your dad.
Yes.
Uh, and then kind of like Clara, witty and funny, but
Very.
but will be quiet just to mess with you.
Oh, that quiet wasn't really her thing.
Uh, she can be reserved, is what she's.
But yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she feels like she has some poise about her. She feels like she's mysteriously funny. Like you're not sure what's gonna come out of her mouth or if she's got like you just are curious, like what was your mom's name?
Judy.
Judy. You're like, I wonder what Judy thinks about this. We're fixing to find out. Kind of, just kind of funny, lovely person. And Emma was always in her lap.
Yes.
That's accurate.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So your mom is here, and Emma's in her lap. And a book. Did your mom read books? She's showing me the
Well,
book.
Constantly.
all day long.
Or the dog. The book. I don't. I'm sitting.
It was usually both. It was usually
Yeah,
both.
very properly sitting, and I can't figure out if I'm gonna do the book or the dog. I have to get comfortable. And it's funny because it's not like, she liked old books. Did she like older books? Because these look like older books.
I think she liked all books.
She liked all books. She
Yeah.
didn't read like, Daniel Steele or anything. She read,
No.
biography, historical fiction, and
Yeah.
books.
Yeah, they had pretty it's not like paperbacks. They all had pretty covers. They all had, like, very nice bindings and stuff is how she puts it. So, yeah, so that everybody's at peace, but it feels like your mom's kinda telling you that she's gonna give Emma back to you in a way. I feel like there's quotations. that she's gonna keep bringing y'all healing from her because y'all have to heal through this. Yeah. It's so crazy, and I love it because Emma seems so, magical that did y'all have her for just a year, and and she made
No,
that much of a difference?
I mean, of course, we've been around her since she was palm of your hand puppy, but she was only our dog for, yeah, a year.
The other thing, that's funny. I still don't kn I some things I get nervous about asking souls and spirits, and I kinda ask your mom, like, "Did you really take her up the stairs?" I'm like, "I don't know if I wanna know because I thought you ghosts didn't have that much, like, ability." I've
Mhm.
seen other like, I don't know why I even question
I don't think
this.
she'd be offended by you asking that at all.
Not at all.
No,
I don't
she'd
think
either
so
find
either.
it funny or ridiculous.
It's kind of me. So what I'm gonna do is because I always like magical, mystical answers, that it's not coming from me because I could say yes or no. I asked your mom if she really was who took Emma up the steps, that she has to bring us green, but she's got to bring us like green. It has to be Kelly green or like almost neon.
Okay.
So it and she and let's make this even you have to tell the other. I don't feel like it's gonna be the both of y'all are gonna see this at the same time, so I feel like one of y'all is gonna see it, and one of y'all have and you have to remember to like, let us know, and that means you have to tell me. Oh, that's why. You have to tell me because 'cause I'm not
Okay.
part of the family. So if something comes across your path and it's green,
Well, I do.
so, like Kelly grass green. So whenever y'all see it, to confirm that it was your mom that lifted her up the steps, please let me know. That's funny. That's fun. This is what the magic is about. So hopefully we've given you enough like interesting thoughts and things that can kind of lift you from the moment of passing because she had a lifetime. So, and the
Oh,
other thing is, Jeremy, you need to hear this more than anybody. You're more of an animal lover than you let on. I feel like you're kind of a oh, that's funny as your cat is poking through. You can get another dog, by the way. We're gonna give you permission to and I will tell you the best way to get over one soul is to get another, but sometimes you end up getting the same soul, by the way. So, yeah,
I think we can experience that.
yeah, like, yeah. So, it's not and listen, how do I put this? It's not a money thing. It's a love thing. The love and the money all comes. If that makes sense. I don't know why I had to tell you about that. Don't worry about the money of the dog. Worry about the love of the dog.
That was one of his questions was, should we get another dog? So
Yeah. Like I sorry.
I'm a cat person. Like from a young age, I'm a cat person. We had a dog before that ended up going to my aunt after she was born because he just could not tolerate toddler energy in the house. And he's still alive. He's with my aunt and he's spoiled rotten. But we weren't going to get another dog. And then Emma came into our lives. And now I'm kind of like, it feels a little empty without Emma. It really kind of does. I mean, we have several cats running around here, but
I
yeah,
think you are an animal person, not just a cat person.
that's
Yeah, and, you probably should be the one to pick this one out. Maybe let them have some input of what kind. I do feel like you're a smaller dog than a bigger dog, but find something that you gravitate towards. And and I'll tell you, like, 2 things. The best way to find them sometimes is just to go on the puppy finder or whatever and scroll through or Facebook and see what, like, rescues out there have stuff and see what you're gravitating towards. Because you could see 1,000 different animals or different pets, but you are only gonna really be pulled towards one because it'll make you keep coming back to it. And the other thing is because I've lost so many dogs and animals and gotten other ones to replace it, it does get easier, the pain and everything, because you have a new joyous, fun thing in the house. And then you have an orange cat and you have a lighter colored cat. Is there a lighter colored, a gray?
yeah,
white.
we've got two white cats.
Yeah.
Is one more like, that's the fun cat. That's the dog cat. That cat acts like the
Yeah,
dog.
That's accurate.
so
That's
much.
the only one who would play with Emma.
Yeah, and she is that a she?
Yeah,
Yes,
She misses Emma.
she does.
she does.
Yes.
We can
Is
I
the
tell.
said that the day after we came back, she wandered. I work from home, so I'm here all day, and she wandered around the house crying, looking for Emma. And the other two could take her or leave her. They didn't really care, but she looked for her. She
Yeah,
missed her.
she's yeah, so this is gonna help all of y'all heal, you know? in a way. The other 2 white cats, I feel like one's maybe a little grayer or a little darker than the other. And I don't know if that's the one that's more spicy. I'm like, "I don't want a dog." But they don't really count because they aren't as people-y. I feel like they take y'all and they come and hang out and they go do whatever they wanna do. They come and get what they need, and then they're, like, off to their lives, you know? If that makes I don't know, I feel like one's a little more special than the other, and, that could be in a multitude of different we could take that in a bunch of different ways, but, that's okay. They have each other, and so go find someone that makes you happy, makes it's like, "Oh my gosh, I love this dog, it's so interesting," or "It's so great," or "I keep thinking about it." And have fun, and, the orange cat would be happy. I don't know what the orange cat's name is.
That's Waffles.
Well, oh, I love it. Okay.
That was my idea for a name. I've been wanting and name that cat name that for forever.
Yeah, Waffles is Clara's cat.
That Waffles is everybody's. Yes, Claire loves Claire, but everybody's kitty. Like, she just loves to be entertained, but she still feels very young. Is she young?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's maybe 6, 7 months old.
Oh, yeah, yeah, so she needs something else to entertain herself. Like another animal would be great for her.
She did seem to yeah, she seemed to enjoy playing with Emma, and sometimes it was hard to tell if Emma was enjoying it or not.
Yeah.
But I guess if she didn't enjoy it, you'd know it.
I also feel like Waffles would lick Emma and take care of
Not so much.
She would
More
have
like she
licked
would
her.
she would pounce at her as Emma walked by, things like that. She'd hide under things and jump out at her. They'd chase each other around a little bit.
So maybe Waffles is showing me some motherly energy. So yeah. Um so yeah, get something and see what happens if you want to. I think you should. Listen, and if you don't, something's liable to land in your yard.
yeah,
Yeah, she's got a question.
Yeah.
Can I ask my question on
Yes,
this?
go ahead.
yeah.
Okay, wait.
You don't remember
On
your
the sheet?
question?
No, I sort of do, but I just want to make sure I'm wording correctly. Wait, I can just ask it. Okay, so when she was sitting, when I would come in and Emma was sitting by her, um, sorry, and when I walked over, she would sometimes bark at me, or if I tried to like touch her, she'd try to like snap at me. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if she just was trying to protect her or if she had some beef with me or something.
No, but the latter is actually it's not that exactly she had beef with you as much as she was trying to tell you what to do. Like, you can't do this. Like, your approach, your energy, how you interact has to go through me.
Was it like too much or something?
She's an old lady, honey.
Yeah.
Think about old ladies.
So I have to explain this in energy with Emma. It's like you were a tornado and she needed you just to be a rainstorm.
I think I've probably explained that to her in almost that kind of way.
But let me ask you, Claire, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you would kinda come in a little, like, a lot, and then she's like, "Can you just calm down?"
But I will admit I'm pretty annoying at those times. I know this about myself, and I'm not very I mean, I can be, but I'm not.
You're young. Oh,
I think you nailed that one. Yeah.
it's all
Yeah.
good. Do y'all have any other questions or anything else that you need?
What do you got
No.
on your list? Nothing?
Thank you for asking.
Do you want to ask her about the street light thing
Street light?
and the cameras? That'd be the only one.
I feel like I have to explain the whole thing.
So, I mean, concisely, because we don't have long.
Basically, so these people left after the incident. These people left, and this was at a place that had after the fact we found out we called the police. There are no security cameras here, so there's no footage. There's no way to find these people, and they're trying to help us, but there's no real way of locating them. And I want to force the installation of security cameras.
Would you like to locate them? Sorry, I have to interrupt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to locate them.
They're going the other way. They came across you walking. They live in the area. You don't think so?
No, no, this was at an interstate rest area.
Oh,
I
This
mean,
was
we were walking.
they were walking outside the car, but no, they jumped into a car and they left. This was on the interstate on
okay. I know which one you're talking about.
and
So,
so
there's not cameras there, but I'm assuming y'all found the car. You know the car.
we think we know which car it was. But
We
I
don't
mean
know
at the
license
time,
plate.
it's so the other dog was gone by the time I got out there and she's in shock. She doesn't all focus is on Emma. So
Yeah.
she's like, I think it's that car. But initially we thought she was okay. She was just shaken. She was just stunned, whatever. And as it became clear she wasn't okay, they were gone. So they got in the car and they took off. We think we know which car it is, but we've told the police that. I don't have a plate number. There's no footage of this. And
The short term thing is you really wanna find the people. The long term thing is, like, I don't know why we don't have cameras there anyways. It's a rest area.
well, I guess my question is I'm at the point where I'm coming to terms with the fact that we're not going to find these people. They're gone and they get whatever they get, but it's not going to be from us. And that's the problem. The police even said, he said, I recommend people don't do those kind of things on social media because at the point that the word's out there, he's like, they'll come back and they'll say, I had nothing to do with this. The only reason I got ID'd is because somebody on Facebook said, that looks like your dog in your car. So there's no proof at that point, and all they have to do anyway is just pass the dog off to your mom or your sister for a couple of weeks and go, I don't even have a dog.
I'm sort of over the revenge portion. If we follow through to try to actually get this change throughout the welcome centers in South Carolina, it's going to be a long process. And we're wondering if it's going to be successful if we follow through with it. Like, is this what Emma, sacrificed herself for? You know?
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to tell you from an Emma and a soul level person like point of view? No, go live your life. It's too much stress.
And the city next to this rest area has city cameras. So I have the PD there checking, he's like, if they pulled off the interstate, if they got off in our town, I'll get them. But he's checked there and he's checked the neighboring towns and he's like, so far we haven't come up with anything. But it's I-5. They could be going all the way up the coast.
Yeah,
It's also
exactly.
like, when spirit wants you to go through with something, the doors are open and the avenue's a lot easier. And because we hit all these closed doors, it makes me think that maybe this is not our path.
Yeah,
But
that's how I feel like with Emma, how she kinda expresses it because it feels dreary and daunting and consuming, and she's all about clothes and sparkles and food and life and multiple flowers and all of these, like, all the coolest things ever, fun experiences and things like love. She's all about the love. Yeah, and Clara's, like, on that, whereas this is not it's not about love. Is this like y'all would have never put her or anything in this situation if you thought something was gonna happen. The people clearly did not have control of their animal or were even paying attention enough to, like, stop
Yeah.
something from happening. Um, so it's and then also, like, well, now, like, how do you even find them and all this kinda stuff?
is this a journey that does she have anything to say about?
Yeah,
And I said when we started this, I said when we wrote that question down, Emma's going to go, I don't care. I'm a dog.
Emma cares about your sanity. Does that make sense? And
Mhm.
that's not a sanity if this was and here's the other thing. You would have to get it would have to be something so big that people are having so many problems. And the other thing is like people probably do have problems at these places, but they're passing through. You
Right.
collectively and if it's a bad enough problem, then the cops come in. So it just seems like every string you would have would get cut because it's not nothing's sharp
Yeah,
enough to be on point.
Yeah.
yeah, we considered that.
Yeah. And I don't know. I feel like it would take a long time and a lot of work.
Yeah, and the thing about these people that have this dog, they just feel young. Do you know if they're young? They don't feel like they're very old.
I only saw one, and it was a teenage boy.
But we
Yeah,
don't know if he was with his family or
Yeah, no idea.
yeah.
How
When we say
teenage is
teenage,
he?
probably high school,
Yeah,
16, 17.
Young.
maybe
I feel like I see a boy and a girl. Young. They just felt very young, and they did not know what to do. They the problem with that is the dog has already figured out how to do this. The dog will probably do it again
yeah.
somewhere. It's it's that's their journey to have to do. With
Mhm.
Emma, you know, a blossom of 15 years hanging out with her mom in a book, and like just yeah, bringing us like floating upstairs and all kinds of weird stuff. I mean, like, she's just amazing and like she's just done things. So I would just spend time celebrating her if that's the answer you want to, know how she has to say about it. Probably a lizard
I don't know.
laugh. If you've got some things y'all can do and like
Yeah, I feel like you hit on a lot of really great points. I know that you've definitely brought me comfort, and I can tell that you brought them comfort too. Thank you.
y'all are welcome. And your
I
mom
I feel lighter. I feel less generally pissed off than I did before.
Yeah, because there's things that you can put your energy into, and there's things that, like, are they gonna suck your energy, and that's just something that's gonna suck your energy.
Um,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
I have one random question, Steve, and I'm sorry, but I would like you to ask Emma if she was a color, like any specific color, what would she be?
If she, like, could come back as a different color?
Like, just if she is
Like, what's her favorite color?
like what? Yeah, what color would she sort of be? It.
So, okay,
What color would she be? Sort of.
let me give you 3 things. So, I feel like her favorite color she showed me would be lilac purple. I don't know if that registers with y'all. If she could be a different fur outfit. She loves, like, sleek black and also champagne-y brown, like, some of those dogs look kinda like champagne. She liked that color too. So if she was ever to, like, change her fur color, it would be black or champagne looking.
Okay.
She is not a dog that would wanna be pink and blue and green and, like, you know, wide.
She probably learned that from your mom.
Okay,
All right.
Yeah.
So I wanted to know
good to know.
this.
Yeah, yeah. So if y'all end up with a black dog or a champagne dog, you never know. So, cool. Alright, guys, well, listen, have a great evening. If you need me, you know where to find me.